Assalamu alaikum, my friends. How you been doing? The world is on fire, as you can see. A lot of problems. Everybody is bothered about it, and here we are, part of the solution. How can we be part of the solution as a German and bring peace to the world? As you see, a lot of problems are happening. So here I am today to discuss contradiction between the America policy and probably the Israelis. There is definitely a concrete contradiction, difference between our President Trump and Mr. Netanyahu, President Netanyahu. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think they are coordinating their work. I think there is some kind of anarchy going on, difference going on, different kind of feelings and temptations. So let's investigate their difference right now. Yes.
Do you know the good cop, bad cop act? One person walks in angry, aggressive, breaking things. The other person follows with calm and reason. And together, they get exactly what they want. Now, the question is, are the US and Israel doing it right now? Or is Donald Trump throwing Israel under the bus for a strike in Iran? Here's the context. Like we told you, Israel has hit Iran's South Pars gas field. It's one of the most important energy sites in the world. Iran vowed to respond by attacking Gulf states, and it did. Iran hit Qatar's Ras Laffan industrial city. It's the world's largest LNG hub. LNG is liquefied natural gas. Iran hit the world's largest hub for this gas. Of course, the world was shocked. Markets crashed. Oil prices spiked. Hours later, Trump posted on Truth Social. As always, it was a long post. Let me read out a part of it for you. The United States knew nothing about this particular attack, and the country of Qatar was in no way, shape, or form involved with it, nor did it have any idea that it was going to happen.
The United States didn't know about this attack. The biggest installation of its own type. Let's say Germany, United States, America didn't know about this attack, and Mr. Netanyahu independently did what he did. That kind of distraction. Okay, we will see the consequence. Let's go.
So Trump is blaming Israel for it. He says Israel acted out of anger. The US did not know anything about this attack. Remember, these two countries are fighting the war together as a team. Israel is America's closest ally in West Asia. It launches a major attack on Iran, and the US says it had no clue.
Is the United States of America following Israel, or is Israel leading this war? Who's leading this war, basically?
It's hard to buy. It's most likely a lie. Because look at the intel reports. They say that Trump did know about this attack. And look at what Israeli officials are saying. They say the US was very much informed. Donald Trump knew all about it. He did not want to join the attack, but he was definitely not blindsided. That's what Israel is saying. So right now we have two completely different versions. Trump says he did not know about this attack. Israel says he absolutely did.
Is he trying to exit out of this war? Will this mean actually abandoning Israel and taking care of American interests?
So what's going on here? Is Trump trying to blame Israel for this, or are they both trying to fool the world? We can think of three possibilities. One, Trump is telling the truth. Israel did act by itself. Washington was blindsided, which is why the US president is now lashing out.
That has a consequence. What may be the consequence for that?
But this scenario is highly unlikely. Scenario number two, Trump knew about the attack, and now he's just lying.
Well, that will be destructive to his administration. How do Americans take this, let alone the war?
After all, Iran hit Qatar. Qatar is a key regional ally of the US, the same ally that happened to gift a $400 million plane to Trump.
We couldn't protect it from Iranian attack.
And now they get bombed. How can Trump pick sides here? So he chose to pick amnesia instead. Which brings us to our last scenario, the classic good cop, bad cop act. Think of it like this. Israel plays the bad cop and hits Iran hard. Trump plays the good cop. He distances himself from the attack. He calls for calm in West Asia. At the same time, he also issues a threat.
I think somebody got by the dust for the other to exit this crisis. Is it time for each other to betray one another because of failure to accomplish what they try to accomplish?
Again, let me quote from his post. No more attacks will be made by Israel unless Iran unwisely decides to attack Qatar, in which instance the US, with or without the help or consent of Israel, will massively blow up the entirety of the South Pars gas field at an amount of strength and power that Iran has never seen or witnessed before. If Iran hits Qatar again, Trump says, the US will obliterate the entire gas field. He's trying to kill two birds with one stone. One, he is denying involvement, but he's also escalating pressure. But this is a dangerous strategy. Until now, both sides avoided hitting core energy infrastructure because that was a red line. The moment you hit oil and gas, you're not just targeting your enemy, you're bombarding the global economy. And now that line has been crossed. And that is the problem with a good cop, bad cop act. If it doesn't work out, there is no reset button.
So what is the consequence of this difference? Is it exit strategy for Eritrea? Cannot know who exits safely from what he caused. How is Trump going to use this opportunity to exit himself, to distance himself from Israel? Who's going to pay the price at the end of the day? Do you think America and Israel will separate finally because this thing is going to go for a long time? Means involving the Russians and the Chinese in the other side of the aisle. So somebody has to exit out of this crisis, but the other one has to pay the price because the whole disaster is carried upon the people that started this war. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's see what Netanyahu says at this time in his extraordinary history. And he had to give his own opinion, his own answer, and what may it be.
One question, Guy Azriel from I-24 News.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Guy Azriel, I-24 News. President Trump said today he did not like the Israeli strike on the Iranian gas fields. My question to you, was the president aware of Israel striking that gas field? Did you approve it? And please, if you may, do you see any signs that the Iranian regime is collapsing? And what assurances do you give the Israeli public that if it does stand on its feet, we will not see another wave of a war with Iran in maybe 5 or 10 years?
Well, I'll say two things. Fact number one, Israel acted alone against the Solomedia gas compound. Fact number two, President Trump asked us to hold off on future attacks, and we're holding out.
Well, Mr. President, so where is this thing? So basically, Trump is right in this situation, to my understanding. He didn't authorize this attack. He did it independently by his own choice, by his own judgment. So, interesting.
Future attacks, and we're holding out.
So, will you stop attacking will you stop at your attacks, sir? Mr. President, does this mean Israel is going to stop its bombardments in Iran? Does this mean it's going to wait until the instructions come from boss, President Trump? What does this mean? And then what will happen if Iran continues bombarding Israel? Does this mean Israel will stop responding to that? Okay, let's go. But there is definitely a drift, a big problem in between. Someone may use this condition, this situation to exit out of the crisis. It could be either the president or actually this president himself, but maybe Trump may exit at his own downfall. But can this guy survive the whole thing, ladies and gentlemen, even in Israel? Because the Jewish people did not expect this kind of damage. They want to live in peace like any other people. like Americans.
What do we see? What happens if are there any signs that the Iranian regime is cracking? A lot of signs. A lot of signs. I wish I could divulge all of them, but I see that. But will I tell you, will I commit right now that it's going to collapse? I could tell you that we're working to create the conditions for it to collapse, but it may survive, it may not. If it survives, it'll be a lot weaker. There's no comparison. It'll be,
No, it's not about them being weaker. How about Israel? How about the conditions, the living conditions of the Israelis? If you lose this war, if you don't accomplish what you say, you're killing. Basically, you are killing the leaders. Okay, you're eliminating them. What do you want to do exactly? You want to change the regime, but if you fail, don't you think you have been defeated and jeopardize your country and your people for more dangers to come? Unbelievable.
weakest point, shorn of industries that had built over decades, death industries, shorn of many other capabilities that they have, and equipped with the experience, with the knowledge that if they try it again, they'll be hit again even harder.
But you're hurting the people, though. You're hurting the people, the Iranians. Where is your accomplishment if the government stays in power? Mr. President, my question is, do you think he can survive like this by destruction, destroying other societies without jeopardizing your own people, sir? Wow, you are allowed to destroy. You don't care for other people. You think it's going to be weaker, but that was not what you wanted to do. That's not what your goal was. Your goal was to destroy the regime altogether and change the regime. Wouldn't this signify your failure, sir?
I cannot tell you of the technological developments that we are engaged in to anticipate this and other possibilities. But Israel has shown.
Well, of course, you have nuclear power, sir. Are you going to use that one? And can you guarantee safety for the Jewish people after that?
That it can do wondrous things. And in partnership with our American allies, we can do amazing things.
But we're not interested, sir. We Americans are not interested. We want to live peacefully with the world, okay? We don't want you to dictate our politics. Mr. President, do you understand? Don't involve us here. Don't involve us in terms of taxes. We're paying taxes to support your genocide in Iran for whatever reason it may be, sir. Americans, what are you talking about, Americans? We are not ready to support your war of genocide and indiscriminate killing in Iran and the Middle East, sir.
Amazing things. As Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War, said, these are the two most amazing air forces in the world. It's the two most amazing intelligence services in the world.
That's true.
It has the capabilities to confront these barbarians.
Barbarians, who is the barbarian in this situation?
And to outstrip them, both in innovation and when necessary in lethality. It's directed, it's targeted lethality. It's going against the killers and as much as possible to avoid civilian casualties.
Sir, you're saying you're trying to eradicate the killers. How do you classify yourself in this category? How do you see yourself? Haven't you caused so many deaths all over the place, including Gaza Strip? What is death to you? What is a killer to you? So you haven't killed anybody yet. Is that what you're saying? How about the Jewish people that are dying at home because of your political mess? Who gives you the authority to go kill others by killing, by becoming a killer yourself?
We have those capacities. We're building them for the future. That is what safeguards the future.
Safeguards whose future, sir? Israel's future? The world's future? The region's future? African's future? American future? The poor Israelis that you're hiding about, their future too? American future? Well, you think you're going to protect our safety universally? Wow.
You know, if people want to be naive, that they don't see the kind of world we're living in. In this world, it's
First of all, you can consider me as naive as one of the classifications you're putting people into, sir, because I cannot understand you. I am naive. Here, I am naive in view of your opinion. But I do believe there is some kind of insanity going on, in my view, towards you, sir.
not enough to be moral. It's not enough to be just. It's not enough to be right. You know, one of the greatest.
You don't want to be just. You don't want to be right. You don't want to be fair to humanity. It's not enough. But have you ever been there? Mr. President, I don't think the Israeli people will appreciate this. I don't think you represent them. I think the Israeli people want to be fair. I think the Jewish people want to remember the history of suffering by the vicious Nazism that costed the society about 600 Jews. Immortality alone. I think the Jewish people have the example, universal example of fairness. Do you understand what I'm saying, sir? Respect to humanity and to human dignity. Okay, let's go.
Writers of the 20th century, someone that I admire a lot, was the historian Will Durant. Now, he wrote many volumes. I read most of them. He also wrote The Lessons of History, very brief, 100-page book, in which he said, well, history proves that, unfortunately and unhappily, Jesus Christ has no advantage over Genghis Khan. Because if you are strong enough, ruthless enough, powerful enough, evil will overcome good.
Oh, that's what you are, but you haven't overcome good, sir. You have become part of the problem, part of the destruction around the world. You're reading a wrong book as a leader, to my understanding. Because people need peace in this life, man. People need fairness in this life, okay? The Jewish people are the biggest sufferers of the consequence. If you don't understand it, I hope other Jewish people understand it. And I know many, many, many beautiful Jewish people understand that situation. I mean, their condition, their exact, concrete, existential dilemma.
Aggression will overcome moderation. So you have no choice. If you look at the world as it is today, you have to be blind not to see that the democracies led by the United States have to reassert their will to defend themselves.
But not to defend your own imagination. Our democracy is not to defend your imagination, sir. Our democracy is to defend ourselves, okay? The American people are working hard. We got too many homelesses here. A lot of diseases, drug problems. Many people are out there running in the streets, suffering for a little change in the pocket. We cannot afford to assist your murders, your suicidal adventure in the Middle East. We Americans so don't please involve us.
And to oppose their enemies in time while there's still time,
We don't have
before
any
the
enemies.
jarring gong of danger.
Whatever your enemies are your enemies, sir, we have no enemies like that. Okay, Americans, everybody loves us except our political situation. Political judgment sometimes goes wrong, but we Americans are loved by everybody. We have no enemies. If you have your own enemies, it's up to you. Don't involve us. Don't put us in your crisis, okay, sir? Because we respect life.
Wakes them up and wakes them up too late. This is where we are now. The fact that people don't see that, the fact that a lot of the news media are harking on a lot of fake news, but also a lot of short-sightedness, and do not see the historic period and the historic struggle that we are engaged in now.
You're not in a struggle of emancipation, sir. You have forgotten completely about the history of the Jewish people, you understand? Instead of defending humanity, you're destroying humanity at the expense of the Jewish people themselves. You understand? I don't know what kind of history you're reading, but we want peace in this life.
Doesn't obviate these truths. We have to be strong. We have to be armed. We have to be more powerful than the barbarians, or they will not be merely at the gate. They'll crash.
Barbarians. Barbarianism, sir. Would you please go to the dictionary and see what it is? And actually compare yourself with that meaning.
Our gates and destroy our societies. That's what Israel is doing now with the United States. And I'm very proud of the fact that the Israeli people are standing strong.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. They have no choice. You have put them into a dilemma that they're going to have to think about for a long time to come. You have put your people in jeopardy. You have denied them peaceful coexistence with their neighbors.
That the Israeli army is standing strong. We rose from October 7th. Our people, our soldiers rose like lions. But in protecting ourselves and in joining with our great American friends, we're also protecting the entire world.
Oh, yeah, this is how he imagines protecting the whole world. Not now who to protect us, to protect the Africans, the Asians, the Europeans, the Americans. Listen, do you see the mind? How it is going, where it's going, actually. What is about that? What is about? How much can an ego go? You understand? Of an individual, to what point can it go to destroy the whole society? Is it going to go to nuclear warfare right now? Is that what he wants us to get involved with? But is that the only choice he has to come out of the crisis he created? Do we have to pay? The price we're paying it already from our pockets, the gas prices and a lot of things in the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the difference between the two powers and the two minds, okay? The two egos conflicting. At the end of the day, somebody has to survive. One of them got to survive at the expense of the other. America may survive. Trump may abandon this guy. Who knows? Who knows? Because I don't think he's serving the Jewish people's interest. He's putting them in a problem. The beautiful Jewish people are not going to survive this kind of hatred from the neighbors. Peaceful coexistence is what's good for them. They cannot go through what they went through a long time ago. Therefore, the contradiction is going to have to come into some kind of settlement. It will have to settle down. And we will see what is going to be in the future, ladies and gentlemen. I'll let you go with this one, and I'm going to post this one in my English channel too. And I want you to support it if you can. You to go to this channel and watch my English videos right here. There's no reason you shouldn't support it if you have tendency or the tenacity to do it in this channel. So I love you so much. It's called Eritrea here and now, but it means world, the whole world, here and now. With this, I'll let you go. I'll let you go, ladies and gentlemen, and anytime, well, some moderate videos can come out in here until you get used to the other channel. And I love you. I love you. I respect you. I love you. And see you next channel.